Thank you for letting me come and talk to you about this dream I've had. I want to talk to you about a couple things about the kidney, my favorite organ. It filters blood. It keeps the good stuff, gets rid of the bad stuff in the form of urine. It keeps your electrolytes normal so that your organs can function. And it also makes things such as enzymes and hormones, things of that nature. But if we go into kidney failure, this is a huge problem. We develop salt and water retention. We develop hypertension. And this is something that can be drastic for most of our patients. We also develop uremia, have cerebral edema. And if you're a kid that has some problems with your kidneys, you don't grow. You also develop anemia, and you can also develop bone disease and fractures. If you're in kidney failure and you're in the United States, you're very fortunate because you can go to the hospital and you get dialysis. And dialysis saves lives. It's a procedure that acts as a surrogate for the kidney, removing salt and water, keeping your electrolytes normal. And there's two ways to provide dialysis. You can go to an expensive center where they have high fixed overhead, such as hemodialysis machines and salaried nurses, for instance. You need a sophisticated vascular procedure to provide dialysis to the patient. But the other option is to use peritoneal dialysis, or the potential space in the abdominal cavity, where a catheter is placed, and a patient can do this at home for 8 to 10 hours and then go to school during the day. It allows a lot of flexibility. You're probably wondering how peritoneal dialysis works. Well, it's simple, actually. You have clean fluid that's devoid of urea, potassium, things that you don't want in your bloodstream. You let it drain into your abdominal cavity, you let it equilibrate with your bloodstream, and then you drain it out. And you repeat that over and over again for the 8 to 10 hours a day. Worldwide, dialysis is a huge problem. 1.9 million people are on dialysis, and about a third of those people are from developing countries. But unfortunately, 85% of our world is from a developing country. It's not to say people from developing countries have less kidney failure. That's far from the truth. Actually, if you look at this graph, you see that people that are in the green are the people that need dialysis, and those in the red are the ones that receive dialysis from these representative countries. Another way of thinking about patients that have kidney failure is considering each population. It's estimated that per million population throughout the world, 150 people will need dialysis. So if you look at Bangladesh, 83 people per million are receiving dialysis. Or Nicaragua, or Russia, maybe only 20. Or Central Africa, less than 1. And why are these people not getting dialysis? Well, interestingly, they're usually getting the expensive option, hemodialysis, because peritoneal dialysis is just not an option. You need a manufacturing plant. You need an infrastructure to deliver fluids. You need someone to pay for the fluids. Now, peritoneal dialysis fluid is kind of expensive. So 10 liters is about $75, or if you look at a month's worth, it's about $2,000, or a year's worth, it's about $27,000. And that's obviously prohibitive if you're not living in the United States or a developed country. The other way of looking at it is the volume of fluid. So if you're a 40-pound child, you need about 10 liters of fluid every day, but you need to do this every day in and day out, and over time that accumulates. So a month's worth of fluid is about 300 liters or 660 pounds, which is about the size of a small grizzly bear. My 8-year-old wanted me to put that in there? Okay. So peritoneal dialysis fluid is sugar, salts, and water. So let's change the look of peritoneal dialysis fluid and take out the water. We'll give a patient a plastic bag with sugar and salts, the prescribed amount, and then when they receive this bag, they know how much water to put in. Interestingly, in most developing countries, they have portable reverse osmosis machines, which are machines that remove chemicals, electrolytes, minerals. We can also affix a 0.2 micron filter to make ultra-pure, microbe-free water, safe for human use. So instead of shipping 30 boxes of really heavy fluid all the way to a developing country, we can have 2 boxes of lighter, of a month's worth of bags in lighter containers. So I envisioned someone calling me on the phone saying, hey, Dr. Jandeska, I need this prescription for my patient. And I'd send 2 boxes over to either their home or to the clinic where they live near and distributing those boxes. The patient then will know how much water to put in because according to the prescription, I'll be able to affix a line telling them how much water to add, and then they can attach themselves to the tubing and do their own peritoneal dialysis at home. Now, to ensure that this is a successful venture, they need education. The patient needs education, the doctors need education. So we want to have a 24/7 nursing line so people can call anytime, day or night, to nip problems in the bud. And I also need feedback to know that this product is optimal. So we were going to gauge patient outcomes, looking at infection, looking at our clearances, and I also can figure out from the doctor's feedback how effective of a product this is. So I think the innovation I have here can reach so many people and be so effective. So thank you for listening, and let's make this dream a reality. Thank you.